Over the past few weeks, North Texas has dealt with a winter storm, bringing frigid temperatures and icy roads. Multiple nonprofits and shelters have worked and continue to work around the clock, making sure people experiencing homelessness have warm meals and a safe place to sleep. This effort includes the Austin Street Center, and joining us this morning is the center's CEO, Daniel Roby. Good morning to you, Daniel.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for being with us this early in the morning. Now, before we get into your cold weather response and how that went, could you tell our viewers what Austin Street Center does and what are some of your goals?
Well, for over 40 years, Austin Street Center has been providing safe shelter and meeting the basic needs of some of the most vulnerable homeless in our community. That means we're providing shelter to nearly 3,000 individuals a year, and we're also making sure we can find employment and housing for people. This past year, Austin Street transitioned 640 individuals out of homelessness and into a permanent home, and that requires so many different services, employment services. We have an on-site medical respite program in partnership with Texas Health, and really everything that someone needs to transition out of their circumstance into a permanent home as the area's largest emergency shelter and housing provider.
Thank you for that. And can you give us an idea of what the city's response looks like when the temperatures drop like what we saw a few weeks ago? We saw a lot of nonprofits, again, step up to the plate, of course, Austin Street Center being one of them.
Well, thanks for saying that. And, we are coordinating an effort between multiple different partners. Austin Street's really worked to build a coalition, a group of people with our calling in the city of Dallas. Last year, we served over 4,000 individuals who were sleeping outside and came in just during the freezing temperatures. So far this year, just in this last 10-day event we had at Fair Park, we had an additional 2,000 individuals that we brought in from shelter into the largest building at Fair Park, the automobile building. And so it takes an enormous group of people to be able to pull this off, and we're thankful to help lead that effort.
It seems to me that the need is always great. So what are some of the most needed items the center needs, and how can people watching today help you out?
Well, we would love it if people would consider volunteering all throughout the year, because our need is 12 months long. Certainly it is increased during the freezing temperatures, but we could use hoodies, we could use your volunteer time, we could use your financial support, and really clean out your closet, whatever it is that you are no longer in need of. We would love to be able to bring on and make sure it's provided to somebody who may be freezing outside.
Mr. Roby, that winter storm, certainly no joke, but we are certainly grateful for your center and the efforts. Thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.